Hmm. Hmm. So, let's do an update on this case with Triple X. Testosterone. No, no, no. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so the guy who was testifying, the fourth guy, Allen, or Robert Allen, so I'm gonna just call him Allen. Just call him out his last name. The Newsom guy, one of the defendants, was threatening him and telling him he's a snitch. And now you work for the white man. You're police. And what they did is they took the guy Allen out of the courtroom so they could discuss it. Because nothing was said about this beforehand. Like the judge asked Newsom lawyer why he didn't say anything ahead of time. He said something. I don't even remember to the fact. So after they was done talking with that, because to me, a lot of judges, they don't care if you're getting threats. They don't. So basically what they did today is they talked a little bit about the surveillance. You know, they was pretty much asking the guy that he know what was going on. I told y'all the defense, their main goal is to blame it on somebody else. Because they was even trying to specify that some dude in the store had something to do with it. And he kept telling me, I don't remember, I don't remember what was happening. And they was trying to push it because they trying to get the eyes off of their client and trying to, blame somebody else for it. That's the whole defense. But that defense ain't gonna stick. There's too much of it there. So I think they're gonna come back to court. I think the judge was like 1:30 p.m. But you know, XX, triple X. He kind of has that thuggish look. You know, with the tattoos on the face and stuff like that. But if I was in the thug guy, he would be one of the guys I would probably talk to. Because he just has that look. That's if I was in the people, you know, people that had that look. However, we're going to talk about, I mean, they talked about the tape, the camera, about the people inside. That's what the defense was trying to pinpoint it, trying to blame it on somebody else. And the prosecution, she just did a lot of cross-examination with the witness. She really went in. When she found out that the guy was threatening him, oh, she went in. Because the thing is, she don't want him to start getting scared and then start changing the story. So she nipped that right in the bud before it could go any further. That prosecution lady, yeah, she knows her stuff. Yeah, she knows her stuff. She definitely knows what she's doing. She's definitely a good lawyer. And you know what? It's crazy because I bet, you know, XX is looking down. He probably like, wow. The people I thought had my had my back. You know, these black men. You know, they unalived me. And now here it is, this black woman, you know, that's trying to get justice for me. You know what I'm saying? Let's say it. So, that's pretty much what went on there. There really wasn't a lot that went on. The only big thing was the Newsom guy, you know, calling the dude a snitch. That's the one I told you. He looked like he don't even know what's going on. He just looked like he in his own world. He was the one smiling. He was really smiling when he came into the courtroom. Out of all of them, he was smiling the most. And the guy wearing a turtleneck, I see that he's starting to see how serious it is. Just by his demeanor the first day of court, and to now he's starting to say, hey, I could get a lot of time for it because, look, they saying that the dude testifying, right? They was trying to get, if he didn't, you know, tell on the other thread, He was going to get life without parole. Life without parole, he would have been in jail for the rest of his life. And then they were saying it was premeditated. Which I know, but they were kind of confusing. Like, they were saying this, and then they would change it. So you're like, okay, what's going on? We're going to get premeditated. Because it was. It don't matter if it just happened that day. They planned it out. Once they seen the car and they start finding the car, you're planning it out. That's premeditated. Now, they also show videos of their social media where they were flashing the money and the cash. And the guy told on him, he only got $5,000 out of the whole deal. Because the one, I guess, he said one of them was like, he got to get something. Because, he did participate. And I guess they were saying, he said that how they split the money is who did the most participation. So I guess the guy that, unalived him, he got most of the cash. But they didn't say anything was the cash recovered or anything. Maybe they didn't talk about that, but they did talk about the witness island. He talked about the gun, the kind of guns they use. And then he told them how the prosecutor asked him, she said, well, where is your gun at? Where's your gun? He said he threw it in the dumps. He said he wrapped it up, with the shoe paper. That shoe paper that they stuff in the shoe. He wrapped it up in there and threw it in the dumpster. And the prosecutor asked him, like, why would you discard of it like that? She said, why wouldn't you just keep the gun? I forgot what he said. Because he was speaking so low. And then when I tried to turn the TV up and see what he said, I still couldn't understand what he said. I tried to put the CC. Sometimes the closed caption, it don't come on. Or if it do come on, if it can't understand what the person is saying, sometimes it'll skip over it. And that's what it did. So I don't know what he said. Because she had to keep telling him, can you speak up? You got to be louder so the people can hear in the back. So they talked about that. He said he threw it in a residential dumpster, which is crazy. In a lot of residential areas, you have kids. Why would you throw that in a dumpster like that? They show pictures of them flashing the money. They must have wanted to get caught. They had to, because who does that? Yo, these mini Spooners, Foster Spooners cereal, good. That's what they talked about today. I feel so sorry for his mom. I think when they walked in that store, he kind of figured something could be up. You could tell by his demeanor. I think what they did is they left the parking lot and then they circled around so that they could block him off. No, I wonder if they're going to do the medical examiner, because in some of them, I've excuse me, I've seen a case where they didn't do the autopsy, or the medical examiner was not in there. I don't know. I guess it depends how horrific it is. If they think it's too much, they definitely not going to show no pictures of his injuries. But they could still have the medical examiner explaining like his injuries. Like they said, he was shot in the neck. So maybe the medical examiner or share like was a main artery hit or something like that. They explain that. But it's crazy just to be that hateful and that evil. Cause you weren't a big enough person to go out there, get your own money, get your own hustle on. You're gonna try to steal from somebody else that's grinding hard out there, working to get to their dream. And then when they get to it, and he was so young, you guys take it away from him. They all need to get life in prison. Now I know this guy, he turned on his friends, but he only did that for selfish reasons, for his own selfish reason, to save himself from possibly having to spend the rest of his life in jail. But do I think that he needs to be in there? Yes. They need to give him life too. They need to give him life too. He participated in this whole thing, and he just wanted to save himself. I don't feel sorry for him. He just wanted to save himself. He don't have no remorse. He wasn't on the stand crying about what he did. He's just trying to make it better for himself. So yeah, I think they all should get life. All of them. Even the one that told. Because he only told because he wanted to save himself. He wanted to save himself from years of being locked up. He don't want to spend the rest of his life in jail. But he wanted to go around, robbing and stealing and doing all this reckless stuff. You want to do the crime, but you don't want to do the time. It makes absolutely no sense. It is this whole situation is so crazy. It's crazy. And they playing this out. The dude he said they playing this out like around 2:00. This was planned out. They must have just been sitting around, not doing nothing. Now, he said one of them had a job. Okay, one of them had a job. So what happened? What made y'all want to sit there and throw your life? Because maybe their lives was already thrown away. Because a lot of people, their life sucks. I'm sorry to say, a lot of people have a sucky life. They don't have nothing going on. It ain't nothing going on, and I think that's what's going on with these four individuals. They had nothing going on, even because one had a job. That don't mean nothing. You can have a job and still ain't got nothing going on, and that's what happened with these guys. They ain't had nothing going on, so they were probably told like, "Oh man, yo, we should just go do a robbery, man. We should just go rob somebody so we can get a lot of money, man. I'm tired of being broke, man. I'm tired of being broke." And the dude that had a job should have told him, "Why don't you go get a job then, dude? Shoot, I got one. Why don't you go get a job?" I forgot the two that he said. I think that he said that guy with all the tattoos, the defendant with all the tattoos on his face. I forgot what his name was. The Williams guy. I think he said they were staying together. So he pretty much ain't had nothing going on. No, I think he said he was working. I think the guy was working, but the island guy wasn't working, but they were staying together. So maybe they probably was back, rent was due. They probably knew that they had to get that rent money up, or they were gonna be out in the streets, and that's probably how the conversation came up. Like, man, we a little back in rent, man. I don't know if I didn't work this much this week. I know you ain't working, man. So we gotta find out how we're gonna get this money. And then that was the scheme to try to rob XX. That was the scheme. But it's just crazy how they went on social media and they bragged about it. Like, you must not got no brain cells. They must have wanted to get caught, to go online and flash all this money. When people already know you, they already know you broke. They know you ain't got money like that. So they probably was looking at these guys like, man, they probably got somebody. And then when it comes on the news that XX was, unalive, I bet that a lot of people put two and two together like, yo, did you see them guys flashing all that cash? And now this dude is over here, he's gone. He got robbed, he got jacked, and these dudes over here got all flashing all this money. I bet you that stuff connected. People probably already knew it was connected, and that's how they got caught. They were dumb criminals. That's what you call dumb criminals. But, I hope that justice is served. I definitely hope that justice is served. I'm looking at this one trial. I think I want to do some reactions to trials. Because I'm into crime and murder and mysteries. I love it. But I really don't have the time to sit down and like do the timeline and stuff. But I can, like, I'm the type of person, I can listen to something and I can bring you guys the whole information, everything, what's going on. It's easier me to listen to it and then tell you guys what's going on. Then some people have to write it down. If I write it down, I usually forget. But most of the time, well, the majority of the time, if I can listen to it, it's better for me. I can retain it more if somebody's saying it to me. But I'm looking at this one case where the husband unalived his wife because he said she was being shisty behind his back. Like, they were supposed to do a business together, and he said that she went behind his back and she started the business all on her own. And for whatever reason she did, maybe she thought that he wasn't going to be a good partner. because of, you know, the money situation. Because he even was talking about the money situation. Like, they would argue a lot about money. So maybe she didn't feel like he would be a good person, you know, a good partner to oversee, you know, the business and the money and stuff. So she wanted to do it on her own. But that gives you no right to take her life, dude. Like, you be tripping. But I don't know who this is on the stand, but I'm gonna finish listening to this trial. I'm gonna see what trials I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do all the trials, but I do some trials that's really really interesting. So that's all I wanted to say, guys. I will see you guys in another one. Please like and subscribe my channel. Also hit the bell notification so you can know each and every time your girl uploads a new video. I love you guys. Always thinking about you. Until next time, it is your girl, Everything's Me, and I will see you guys in another one. Peace.